Plaintiff Sarah Kwok allowed the defendant to move in with her, and she claims while living together, the defendant smoked marijuana, threw parties, and constantly had random guys over. Sarah's suing her former roommate for unpaid bills. Defendants Brooke Gabriel and her father Larry admit that Brooke threw parties at the apartment, but insists Sarah was always at the parties drinking. Brooke says she was going to pay Sarah until Sarah started trashing Brooke's family.
And ma'am, you're suing the defendants for $67 for unpaid bills?
Yes.
All right. Let me just say, I'm tempted to give you $67. So that we don't take up valuable time.
Completely
However,
fine.
The reason we have these small claims cases, for the most part, is to keep people from taking out their debts in another way. Arguing, fighting, and some people they will fight or cut or shoot over $67. So, I'll hear the case. So, let's resolve this conflict. I still might give you the $67. But give me some background on you all's association.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm going to let you know that I do have a bit of a temper, and I know that people come on this show just so that, they can settle their problems the right way instead of, doing the physical action on the street.
You'd have went off if you'd have been in the street, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. So, basically, my current roommate, Trey, he worked with her.
You do have that look in your eye. Go ahead.
Well, my current roommate, Trey, he worked with Brooke, and she stated that she made an announcement that her parents kicked her out. So, and being a minor, she needed a place to stay, and we welcomed her into our home because we're not going to let her walk around the streets. So anyways, I liked her at first and everything, but then it got out of hand where she had guys in and out of the house. If she wasn't at home, she was out of the guy's house and coming in late at night. Trey and I we are in school all summer, so we have early classes, and that was just being inconsiderate.
It would wake you up when she came in?
Yes, and she also, she would smoke marijuana, she got wasted, she would throw parties, sometimes leave her parties and leave us to clean up the mess. She, basically when I came home was a breaking point one time. I found marijuana on the coffee table in the living room, and I asked her if it was hers through a text message. She said yes, and I told her, I don't want that in the apartment because Trey and I don't need to be responsible for that because we may get evicted, and we're both student athletes. We may lose our scholarship, and that's paying for our school. Yeah. So, therefore, she told me that she was going to move out, and we were okay with that at the end of July. And she moved out while we weren't home, and then we came home in her process of moving out. I have text message showing that, because there were unpaid utilities still.
Okay, before we get to the specifics of the unpaid bills, let me allow her to give some background. Ma'am?
Okay, I lived there for around a month, and at the beginning of the month I did bring marijuana into the apartment, but I did not smoke it there. And one day it was Trey's idea to get it out, and me and him both smoked it, and she did confront me through a text message, and I said yes, it was mine, and I said, whatever, I'm a big person.
How about the other destructive ways that she alleges you lived?
We're teenagers. We had a party. We did have parties, but it was not my party only. Mm-hmm. She was there. Trey was there. We were all her party.
Were you there?
Yes, I was there, but she
was drinking also
sitting right
as well
there
as
at
I
the
was.
Party, doing everything everybody else is doing. Then you come here and act like she's such a bad young lady because she has parties that you are sitting there drinking at. And ma'am, you're suing the defendants for $67 for unpaid bills?
Yes.
I'm tempted to give you $67. However, the reason we have these small claims cases is to keep people from fighting. So, I'll hear the case. I still might give you the $67.
Plaintiff Sarah Kwok rented an apartment with the defendant, who claims after she moved in, the defendant smoked marijuana, threw parties, and entertained random men.
Ma'am, what specific bills are you suing her for?
I'm suing for the electric bill, the internet bill, and the cable bill.
Okay. What was her share to be?
It was a third of it, and the electric bill was 42. The internet bill was 14, and the cable bill was 11.
All right. And what month does that represent?
July.
All right. Young lady, you owe July's bill, your share?
I have not paid those bills, but my dad told me that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, you know? And I have text messages where she's called me every name you can think of. She's called my family white trash.
Let's see.
Like I've told you, I do have a bad temper, so they were
There's
only
no
exchanging
reason for the
words.
name
There's
calling.
no physical action, actually.
My number is the 217, hers is the 708. And the highlighted stuff is where it gets really bad. And the first text message that I did send, it's on the front page. It does say that I was going to pay her on the 8th, but after that, she was doing the name calling and.
Well, that's
Now,
after.
hold on, ma'am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is about 25 texts. And if you include the posterior part of your body, I think that's how you say it.
The back?
Yeah.
Oh.
Using that as a curse word, if you consider the use of that. But ass is in the Bible as the donkey. So that may not even be considered. And this other word is what you do when you go to the bathroom. So I don't know. So certainly we have 3. You've never heard these curse words. 25 texts. There are only 3 curse words.
Okay, because
Now, I'm trying to get her to make sense of the fact
my
that she
family
was
white
so
trash.
offended. Okay. And the name calling.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 4. 4 sentences out of 25 texts offended you so much so that what? What exactly happened to you?
Well, Your Honor, she wanted to pay the bill. After I seen all these texts, she was also calling me and harassing me. I told her, no, you don't pay the bill.
I was not calling him and
If
harassing
she wanted
him.
paid, then she should have kept her mouth closed and let her pay her.
I waited
Because
until
that's
the
what would
8th.
have happened.
I
But she
waited until
couldn't
the
keep her
8th to
mouth
get that money.
closed. And so this is where we're at today.
Text messages are sent. The date is the day that I moved out. Those text messages are. She didn't wait till the 8th.
And the primary things that.
because you stole my stuff,
Right,
though.
that's the primary allegation, and the reasons that she was cursing you because she says you took her items when you moved out.
You also left
I
the room a
didn't
mess
take-
when you left, okay?
I didn't take her stuff. So.
No, that's what
Okay,
she
that's why it's
alleges,
missing. It was
and-
there before you moved in, and it was gone when you moved out.
All right. Well, sir, the defense that you give does not stand in the law. A lot of people try and use that when bill collectors call them. They work out of that one. Who is this? So calling about this bill. Don't call me no more, ma'am. You owe this bill. Now that you're talking to me like that, you'll never get a dime. So that doesn't fly. They still gonna put it on your credit. So $67, despite these offensive sentences, you still are entitled to your money. $67 for the plaintiff, and I'm sure now that you got your money, your temper will be under control, right?
Should be, yes.
All right. Good
Thank
enough.
you.
Love you for the plaintiff.
I mean, even though, what happened, you also did disrespect my mom when she called you to try to get the money. You can't really outsmart me because my mom does deal with cases like that. So, I mean, in the end, I won, and that's what's fair.